From Washington, this is the tvnews.tv for August 31st, 2011. Brought to you by CTAM in New York. It begins on October 5th. For info and registration, visit ctam.com. Hello, I'm Jeff Grimshaw, and we begin with the Hurricane Irene ratings report. During the height of the storm, Fox News and CNN ran in a virtual dead heat, each averaging somewhere around 1.3 million homes. But the real story was the overachievement of the Weather Channel, which on Saturday drew an all-time high total of nearly 2.5 million viewers, averaging 3 times its normal audience. But the Weather Channel has been taken to task by many media critics, surprisingly not by the TV news, for going way over the top in overhyping the storm. Well, okay, for the rest of today's edition of the TV news, it's Ladies' Day, and we begin with Susan Hibben and the Programming Pulse.
Let's notify my next of kin. This wheel shall explode.
Ha-ha! The Beeb and BBC America have announced that the one and only Ab Fab will be back with 3 very special editions. Yes, they'll all be back. Adina, Patsy Darling, Sappy, Mother, and even Booble. Hey, did you see Pillars of the Earth on Stars? Well, for any viewers that missed this landmark cable mini, they get a second chance, as Reel's channel, which brought you the Kennedys last spring, has picked up a second run of Pillars, set to run this December. And finally, I would be remiss if I didn't list the cavalcade of top A-list stars who will headline ABC's Dancing with the Stars. Ricki Lake, Hope Solo, Chaz Bono, Rob Kardashian, Nancy Grace, and of course the never-to-be Mrs. George Clooney, Elisabetta Canales. I'm Susan Hibben. I will be available beginning next Wednesday for another edition of the Programming Pulse.
And now, Ladies' Day continues here on the TV news with the 2-Minute Tarot, Prudence Theriault, who delivers a reading on NBC's Playboy Club.
So today we're going to be talking about the Playboy Club, which had a rather nostalgic ring to me, being the age that I am, but we won't talk about that. Anyway, I drew some tarot cards about the show Playboy Club. The first card that I got is the 7 of Wands. Now, this is telling me that this was a very hectic, talented set. And I also see some backstabbing going on during this show. Second card I got, the Knight of Wands. Once things got rolling on this show, everything came together very quickly. And the creative energy really took off in a good, positive direction. My third card was the Knight of Pentacles. And now this is telling me about this show really putting down some roots, and I feel like it's got room to grow. From my Avalon deck, my Oracle deck, I got the Fear card. And I got a very strong message here about fear in regard to this show being accepted. And I also feel some regret on the part of a female production team member. The other message I got was about some jealousy, anger, and retaliation. So while I don't know if you could call this a cat fight, I feel like there could have been a bunny fight maybe going on in the dressing room, you know, like bunny fluff like flying everywhere around the dressing room. In conclusion, I pulled 2 cards. I don't know, 2 cards just came out, so I went with the 2. I usually only pull 1. I got the 3 of Wands and I got the 3 of Swords reversed. So the number 3 is a very powerful number in a lot of different traditions. In the Celtic tradition, also, you know, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost, body, mind, spirit. Now, what I'm feeling here is the creative future for this show. I'm feeling that whatever tensions and jealousy and all that was going on has been resolved, and they can move on from that. And I was also got a very strong feeling about maybe 3 years from now, a possible spin-off from this show for one of the lead characters. So that's the tarot information on the Playboy Club.
Events and opportunities brought to you by Crawford Media Services. Create, post, archive, and manage your media with Crawford Media Services. Visit them at crawford.com. Hey, we've been telling you about Larry King and how he'll be attending and speaking at the Turner Alumni Reunion Celebration. Now comes more big news. CTAM President Shar Beals will also be on hand to congratulate our honored guest, Ted Turner. Now, if you want to be a part of the November 12th festivities, search out Turner Alumni Group Celebration on Facebook. To reach the tops in the TV industry, just like CTAM in New York, like Crawford Media Services, and more of our great advertisers, become a sponsor of the TV news. To start the process, email us at advertise@thetvnews.tv. And that does it for this edition of the TV News. I'm Jeff Grimshaw. We thank you very much for watching, and as always, go out and make it a good day.